Welcome to this week's episode of In-Depth Outdoors.
Fish! That's a giant!
With James Holst and the rest of the IDO fishing team. On the water in search of the hottest bites.
Got him! Yeah! This is so much fun.
This is In-Depth Outdoors.
Now, before we jump into today's show, there's something I want to share regarding the background for this story. Last year, I caught myself thinking, why am I not taking full advantage of this fantastic 2100 from Skeeter that I'm running around in? It's over 21 feet long, powered by a 300 horsepower outboard, and I keep fishing the same bodies of water I did when I was running around in a 17 and 18 foot boat. There's so much more capability here in this phenomenal walleye boat. And I guarantee you, so many of the walleye fishermen that are watching this show find themselves in the exact same boat. We lock in our favorite lakes, we lock in our favorite species, and we're not taking full advantage of those fantastic fiberglass boats that so many of us run around in. So that's the front part of the story. The backstory basically goes like this. I'm on vacation before I decided to broaden my horizons a little bit, and I'm fishing the same bodies of water I always do, chasing walleyes, catching fish in that 3 to 5 pound range. I'm feeling pretty good about it. And I start getting text messages from one of In-Depth Outdoors pro staff. His name's Grant Sorensen, going to college up in Duluth, Minnesota, great young kid, good fisherman. And I keep getting these photos on my cell phone, 10, 15, and 20 pound lake trout caught by Grant out on Lake Superior, and he's fishing in a 16-foot boat. It just dawned on me. In that moment, I knew I needed to broaden my horizons, get off the same bodies of water that I've always fished, and put this boat, that wonderful 2100, to its full potential. So that's how I find myself in today's show, out on Lake Superior, fishing with Grant Sorensen. I wanted to get out and experience some new fish, a new body of water, and see if I couldn't tangle with one of those 20-pound lake trout that Grant kept teasing me with. 2.2,
Yep.
Heading right for the reef.
There's a fish on the outside board.
Awesome. Let me know what you want to do.
Bring that one in as fast as we can. We'll bring this one in as fast as we can.
Let the fun begin. Well, this is definitely a different way to go about dealing with a hooked up fish. Get the boards out of there first.
Well, it's big lake trout. I like to have a clear side.
Understood. Well, you saw the board, so it's your fish. How's he feel?
Doesn't feel, he's not in the 15, 20 pound class, but I'm guessing he is 10.
And this is why there's a first mate on all those Great Lakes boats, right here. I like the look. Oh, I cannot believe how much pull there is on that line.
I know. He's a good fish.
Ready?
Yep.
Well, it's so much different than like a 5-pound walleye. When you kind of grab the board, you pull it to you, there's not that much resistance.
This fish is staying right on bottom. Just those bigger lake trout, it's like to stay as close to bottom as they can. Once you pull them up, they go right back down. So you gotta keep a loose drag on these reels. Doesn't feel like a huge fish, but he's definitely got some weight to him.
Well, you were saying average is 7 to 11 pounds?
Yeah, yep. That's the average size of fish around here.
Do you remember what crankbait that was?
This is that 700 red-headed
Wonderbred, that's
Wonderbred
right.
reef runner. Had it behind the board of 120 feet.
This summer I kind of got back into fishing a lot of reef runners again, and I think my best trolling days for walleyes have been on reef runners, Deep Junior.
Yeah.
Of course, you've had a great summer fishing salmon and lake trout with them.
Yeah, yep. Well, 600 series deep little rippers and these 700 bigger ripsticks they produce a lot of fish.
Well, I can see you're putting a lot of pressure on this fish, and it's about time for me to come net him.
13 feet on the counter.
I can't quite do it for you. I can't.
Flying net man.
Oh, is that gorgeous?
Redfin.
Yep.
What a beautiful fish.
All right, raise him up, buddy. Oh, got him!
Awesome. What a beautiful fish. Just a beautiful fish.
Yeah!
There we are.
Grant gets to get his hands all slimy here, holding this beautiful fish. And that's basically about your average, huh?
Yeah, yep, that's...
This time of year,
yeah,
this
yep,
location?
definitely an average fish, yep. Yep.
Let's pop that rod out of there. I got the net.
All right.
And I'm gonna hand you a fistful of love here. Ready?
There's one in.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
There we are.
Yeah!
Nice native redfin.
Orange like a pumpkin.
Yes, yes, their fins don't even look real.
So what do you think that fish is for size?
That's getting in that 10-pound class.
So you're catching
Yep.
fish 3 times this size.
They're out here. They are out here.
So now this is our first fish. We've been trolling for about 45 minutes, getting our lines down, getting everything set up. And a point I want to make is everybody's got it in their head. You start talking about lake trout, you think it's a destination far away, way too far to drive. This is actually about an hour and a half closer than a popular destination like Lake of the Woods. I'm shaving an hour and a half off my my drive, and that's our first fish. And this
Yes,
guy's been
yep.
lucky enough this summer to land quite a few fish in the 20 to 30 pound class, so 3 times that size.
Yes, it's an awesome area.
And we're not driving all the way across the country to get it done.
Exactly.
Nicely done. Next one's mine, man. This is a lot of fun for an old walleye guy. You know, a lot of different stuff going on here, but it's just about, you know, controlling your depth, control your speed, get the boards out away from the boat because the water's so clear, and, you know, for all intents and purposes, it's just walleye fishing with different baits and bigger fish.
Very true. Very true.
I need a board, Grant.
Hello, I'm Dave Markworth. I'd like to introduce you to the Skeeter Boat Center in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. At the Skeeter Boat Center, we carry the Midwest's largest selection of Skeeter fishing boats, all at prices you can afford. And we offer test drives on most models in stock. Our highly trained staff will provide you the personalized service that you deserve. So check us out at SkeeterBoatCenter.com, where our goal is to help you have fun fishing.
Thorne Brothers is your ice fishing headquarters, offering a huge selection of ice fishing gear from ice tackle to ice houses. Thorne Brothers has the best prices on brands you rely on to help you put more fish on the ice. Looking for a custom ice rod? Our in-house custom rod shop makes the most sensitive ice rod you've ever laid your hands on. Stop into our new store located off Highway 65 in Blaine, Minnesota, or browse our large inventory online. Thorne Brothers, helping you make this your most enjoyable ice season ever.
Fish.
Awesome. What did you have for line out? Because it is just screaming. Holy smokes.
Should be a good fish.
Oh,
I'm guessing that's that one we marked. Just saw one up off the bottom about 10 feet and came in and whacked it.
oh man. What'd you have out, like 110 foot? It ran it to 180 and
Really?
it's still going.
Wow. Wow.
Throw a mark on there, please. Wow. 190. What spoon do we have on here?
That is a chartreuse front white back.
Nice.
Jim's flashback, size N3.
Oh, I tell you what, I'm not moving this fish one bit. He's at 191 now. I'm gonna tighten down a little bit because I'm not making any progress. Whoa!
There he goes.
This is a whole different caliber of fish. I mean, I'm a walleye guy. I think even you would say that the primary species you fish for are walleyes.
Yeah, yep.
They don't feel anything like this. 60-foot line out, and I think right now he's just kind of cooling his heels a little bit, trying to figure out, look at all those fish.
I know.
Maybe we can double up. Take a look at this. This is what gets us excited. Just a great big ball of fish right off the backside of that drop off. So similar to ocean fishing. I mean, it's fresh water, but Lake Superior is an inland ocean for all intents and purposes. Huge fish. Some of these fish are, no way.
Fish.
Oh no. Oh no, in a good way. Oh, mine just got off.
No.
Yes. Oh.
This is a big fish too.
You go for it, man.
Slow the boat down.
Oh sure, now I want somebody to slow the boat down. That fish just absolutely cleaned my clock. We never got him anywhere close to where he actually was when he hit. If you're fairly proficient as a walleye angler or any angler that fishes with planer boards, you can do this. I mean, there's really no difference. You need to know where your crankbaits are running. You need to know how to put a planer board on or off your line, and when it gets down to it, that's really all there is.
The fish that we showed on the depth finder there, or on the Hummingbird, this bait was about 30 feet above them, and I dropped it down, and not 10 seconds later, wham.
Well, we'll definitely work that school of fish again, because we've seen all kinds of fish along this edge. We're working from about a 50-foot, just basically a flat. I mean, it doesn't really change too much, and it just drops off 75, 80 feet. And right as we come off that shallower ledge, off into 70, 71, 72 feet, that's where the fish are at. As Grant mentioned, I mean, these fish will come up vertically 20, 30 feet to hit a bait. That's awesome, man. I don't know that we can handle 2 fish at a time, though.
Really good fish in that 7 to 10 pounder range, I'm guessing. Nice fish. A little bigger than I thought.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good fish.
This is one of them fats. Cisco, oh! I'll bring this one in. Well, there's 2 kinds. There's fats and there's leans. We're not gonna have to explain to you which one this is. I mean, it's just got a belly full of bait fish.
Beautiful fish.
Doesn't seem to have those orange fins. A fat, Cisco?
Yep, that's correct, yep.
You know, there's a lot of guys that put kind of a premium on catching the red fins. I don't care. You reel this one in, you let him go.
They're a fun fight either way. Off like a rocket.
What do you think? Should we spin around and try to get back to that school?
Yes, definitely.
Almost a double. You know, corn kid here, still goose egg. I held your fish.
You did,
Thanks.
you did. You're getting there.
I noticed you put a little weenie hook on the back of that spoon for me. Thank you.
Yeah. Nice rusty one for you.
I'm sure the ones that I dig out of my basement that you make fun of. What did you catch that fish on?
Pristine hooks.
Yeah, that's right.
Hello, I'm Dave Markworth. I'd like to introduce you to the Skeeter Boat Center in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. At the Skeeter Boat Center, we carry the Midwest's largest selection of Skeeter fishing boats, all at prices you can afford. And we offer test drives on most models in stock. Our highly trained staff will provide you the personalized service that you deserve. So check us out at SkeeterBoatCenter.com, where our goal is to help you have fun fishing.
Another long, cold winter got you down? Plan your next summer vacation with Rainy Lake Houseboats today and watch those winter blues fade away. Experience beautiful Rainy Lake in Voyageurs National Park in northern Minnesota from the deck of one of our spacious houseboats. Recharge while touring the lake or fishing for trophy walleye and smallmouth bass. You can get away from it all without giving up the comforts of home. Call us today at 1-800-554-9188 or visit us online at RainyLakeHouseboats.com.
That's them. That's the exact same school of fish.
This is why we love GPS right here. Be able to come right back through that spot where we just got that double, and it is loaded. To me, it's just so exciting to know that the next fish could be a 42, 45, and Grant's even run into a couple people with pretty verified, you know, pictures to prove it, 47-inch lake trout out here. I mean, those fish are absolutely mammoth. Are our chances of catching a 47 very good? No, they're not. But just to know they're here, I'm telling you what, it just absolutely keeps me on pins and needles to know that my next fish could be 35, 40 pounds.
It makes it fun. Here you go, fish. There he is.
Right below the boat. Amazing. Oh. This is a dipsy rod, man, and this fish is not doing anything. I don't know what to think. Other than I like it. Oh, I didn't see how deep we were. I had my my line set at 65 foot.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's got some power to him.
We just don't get this. You know, you spend, oh geez, all your time fishing walleyes. You just don't run into fish that can do this. Bend a big guy right at the waist like that, tip you right over, make you feel like the rod tip's gonna go right into the water. We saw him out there. The water's so clear, you can see these fish down 30, 35 feet. He's a good fish. What would you say, 10, maybe 12 pounds?
Yeah, yep. He's not the 20 we're after, but he's a good solid 10 to 15 pound fish.
Grant has caught too many big lake trout in his life. He's not impressed with my Lakers. I've got this drag cinched tight, and he's still moving line. When he wants it, he takes it. And this is actually a dipsy rod. It's a Shimano rod, Shimano Telora. It is not a weak stick by any means. And to have a fish do that is pretty cool. Oh, that's awesome.
There he is.
Right back behind the boat, you just see this huge fish just thrashing down there. Well, we're down to the last 32 feet, and he is saying absolutely no way is this happening. Well, now we're down to almost 50 again. 3 hours from the Twin Cities, people. This is not a drive to the Arctic Circle kind of deal. It's closer than a lot of the major walleye destinations in Minnesota. You know, really one of the things that had me intrigued about getting to learn how to do this was the proximity to these fish, but also having these big boats. We got a 2100, Skeeter 2100. It's the biggest, baddest big water boat out there. And to just use it, fishing nothing but walleyes and fishing small to medium-sized bodies of water, just was not taking full advantage of what this boat can do. So having these big boats just kind of opens a whole new window of opportunity for anglers. You can get out here safely, fish comfortably on bodies of water like Lake Superior. Nipigon up in Ontario would be another one where you just run into a whole new caliber of fish. Grant and I were talking earlier, a lot of these trout and salmon have probably never been within 20 miles of a fisherman. There's just so much water out here. Yet finding these fish really isn't all that difficult. Good electronics, mark waypoints when you see fish, go back through them, change up presentations, and this thing is just, it's awesome. Look at this.
That's a big fish, buddy.
Yes! Wait till you see this thing. I called it a 10, maybe 15 pound fish. Oh no, there was a reason this fish was so strong at the back of the boat. How big do you think he is? He's pushing 20, isn't he?
Yeah, he's pushing 20, yep.
All right,
bring a good fish.
I'm gonna get him out of here. Oh, look at this. Oh, just a giant. That's what I'm talking about right there. What a cool fish. I'm gonna beat this point until people pay attention. We're less than 3 hours from the Twin Cities. This isn't the Arctic Circle, but the fish grow that big. What a fish. And I just love the way they look. They've got that really cool worm pattern on their backs. Fish like this just don't come around every day unless you go to them. How long do you think he is, Grant? I mean, you're kind of the lake trout expert.
Yeah, he's a good 30, 36.
Oh man.
37.
What a fish. We're gonna let this girl go. You know, it would be a fish that maybe you'd consider putting on the wall, but then you have to listen to guys like Grant talk about catching 42s and 45s, so we're gonna let this fish go.
They're out here.
Oh, look at that. Just a giant. Oh, what a cool fish. Oh,
what a beautiful fish.
That was
awesome
amazing.
Fish, buddy. Awesome fish.
15, maybe 16 pounds?
Yep. Definitely not uncommon for this time of year up here.
You're knocking down my fish already, but this guy regularly catches fish twice that size. So, you know, I've got nothing but great things to say about that one. I mean, it was awesome. I've not fought a fish with that much power, that much muscle in a long time. But the reason to come here is what this guy's talking about. 31s, 32s, 33s. What's your biggest fish so far this year?
This year is 32 pounds.
I want one.
That would fish.
That would be exactly twice as big as the one I just released.
Yes, it would.
All right, well, thank you for that. Corn Kid is on the board.
There you go.
This just in. Search now over for one suspect found hiding under a brush pile. Suspect was taken into custody and released this afternoon. Officials credit the apprehension to the new Markham underwater camera technology, which found and caught the suspect.
Markham has really taken the lead with their on-screen displays for temperature, depth, and direction, helping you get to the fish quicker.
In other news, a missing walleye was captured today, once again caught red-handed on a Markham camera. Stay tuned for more news from the Markham Underwater Network, where we seek, find, and capture the lake's most wanted.
Hello, I'm Dave Markworth. I'd like to introduce you to the Skeeter Boat Center in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. At the Skeeter Boat Center, we carry the Midwest's largest selection of Skeeter fishing boats, all at prices you can afford. And we offer test drives on most models in stock. Our highly trained staff will provide you the personalized service that you deserve. So check us out at SkeeterBoatCenter.com, where our goal is to help you have fun fishing.
Fish.
Magic spoon, baby! Woo! Listen to that! Are you kidding me?
That thing hit and it just shot straight for the bottom. Holy cow. Feels like a great fish. This fish is right on the bottom of 130 feet of line out. We're in 85 feet of water. That line's almost straight down. Big head shakes.
Should I throttle down, or? I
Nope.
think we're doing pretty good.
Our speed is awesome. Right on bottom. This fish does not want to come up.
This is intense, man.
I want to see her. I want to see her.
Grant got to see a photo of a 47-incher caught by a friend here, what, 4 days ago, 5 days ago?
Yep.
I can't even imagine a fish that big.
Just
What do you
a
figure a fish like that would weigh? Would that tap 50?
That's getting close. That is getting close. Who wants to see it?
50-pound fish in Minnesota.
I can see her down there. This is a 20-pound fish.
Awesome. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to run to the back here.
This fish is straight down. She does not want to come up. Just big head shakes.
What you betting?
20
pounds?
She's close. She's close.
Man, this is intense.
There it is.
Oh, it's not hooked very good.
Got it. Got her. All right. What a fish.
This is amazing. 15-pound fish, mid-teens pound fish. He's not hooked bad, is it?
Nope. Hook just
Awesome.
popped right out.
I got the net and the spoon if you can get out of there. You got him?
Great fish.
Oh.
Great fish. Just a beauty.
Mine was bigger.
Both very nice fish.
That thing is amazing. What's an average day out here? I know you said your average fish is probably in that 7 to 11 pound
Yeah,
range.
yep.
What's your average numbers?
Average numbers, we're getting maybe 10 to 15 fish per day. I mean, flat weather like this kind of hurts us, but
Yeah, we're suffering. We're doing just fine, man. I think that one's gonna be just fine.
there she goes.
Awesome.
Awesome fish.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very cool.
I know where they live. I've got a waypoint on that baby. So. Well, Grant, I think we've just about trolled our day away.
We have trolled a long ways today.
You know, I want to thank you first for just spending some time with me in the boat, but also for sharing your view of how to attack these lake trout. And certainly, I've had some misconceptions about lake trout, bottom dwellers. You have to fish really deep, and you've definitely provided enough information today, and certainly the success to back up the idea that these lake trout are not always tied right to the bottom.
Exactly. Like we said earlier, I mean, there's different breeds of fish. You got your bottom fish and your suspended fish up there chasing bait. Your suspended ones tend to be a little bigger.
Well, that's kind of what we're all about. We do like those big fish, and with those shallow fish being the red fins that everybody seems to like, this is definitely a technique and approach that all lake trout fishermen should really look into. And one of the bonuses is, if you're in the right place at the right time, when you're fishing shallow like that, you're going to run into not just the lake trout, the bigger lake trout, steelhead, salmon, you know, you got so many other fish using those upper portions of the water column. And you know, from a walleye guy perspective, what we did today is just transportable. You could just take this and throw this out of Mille Lacs or Leech or even the Mississippi River where we have a good suspended walleye bite. I've already got all this gear and equipment, so there's a whole breed of walleye guys out there that are going to immediately go, I can do that.
Yep, that is very true. Plenty of boards and downriggers. I mean,
Well, the downriggers definitely came in handy today for those deep fish middle of the day. I mean, we didn't have the wind that you typically get. I mean, how often have you fished on Lake Superior when we had 6-inch waves?
Yeah, it doesn't happen too often.
We were begging for more wind. But despite that, we caught some great fish. The number of fish that we had today, between 10 and we didn't weigh any of our upper end fish, but they're magnificent. I was absolutely impressed. So I want to thank you for your time, your expertise.
Very much.
From Grant and I, thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
If you enjoyed today's show, let our sponsors know.